and not presuming to be the one who gets to do the leading. For the past 5 years, Good Shepherd members have seen the truth of this parable lived out in our work at the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota. Working alongside the staff of the Wings as Eagles Ministry, we have had the extreme privilege of ministering to and being ministered to by the people, especially the children of the reservation. By returning year after year, we have begun to cultivate good relationships, and those relationships are starting to bear good fruit, both with the children of the reservation and in those of us who make the journey. Each year we come and we share, and last year a gentleman said, I love hearing the stories of what you did this year, but I want to see what's happening, what's the progress. So we have some fine posts today who are going to share with you how this experience affected them this year, the stories of this year. But I would just like to share with you a little bit about what's been going as we return year after year, the seeds that we've sown. We've sent over 150 senior high school youth and their parents on 4 summer trips to serve and build and play and worship and learn. Our church school families have donated over $3,000 to purchase playground equipment at the Dream Center. The clothes closet and knitting groups have sent boxes and boxes of warm scarves and hats for children to wear in very cold South Dakota winters. In our first ever adult trip, a group of 16 women left yesterday, bright and early, to go and host a retreat for the women of the reservation. So what are these seeds producing? The pole shed that our first group used as a bunkhouse as we slept on cots on the ground is now a beautiful space that houses an education center, a worship area, office space, and 2 bathrooms with flush toilets. And most importantly, the walls of the space that we once put up as drywall are now covered in beautifully articulated dreams of native children. I want to be a princess. I want to be a policeman. I want to be a doctor. The other building that was existing here was a small little kitchen, and as we sat there building our paper plates down as the South Dakota wind came and blew them away, there's now a little big deck, picnic tables that we've got to help build, and it's netted in so they can host barbecues for the community to come and have a space away and enjoy a good and healthy meal. The travelers this year lived in luxury. We were in a bunkhouse. There was doors. There were bunk beds. There were mattresses. I told them it was too nice. I was going to make them go outside or something like that. But last year we had to start preparing for that bunkhouse. And each year, now this retreat that will happen, there'll be women, there'll be adults, there'll be children who just need a safe place to stay for the night and stay in this bunkhouse. And what's bare, dusty land, it was dry, it was cracked, it was parched, very South Dakota. Every year we come back, there's flowers blowing in the dust that nobody's planted. The soil is healing itself as people return and return. There's one unique space on the ground. There's lots of unique spaces on the ground. The one in particular is high top and hill where our first group got to build and place a cross to create a worship area. And each year, our first time off of us, Pastor Lori says that she's seeing a special job for us in order to continue to cultivate this area as a worship space. So we build crosses, haul rock, cut and haul logs to make seating, and planted wildflowers. And this year, the space was brought to life as we gathered with 15 needed children to bless the area. And to hear 50 kids yell about the love of Jesus across one square place is to see here good fruit being born. But these are just physical signs of progress. True growth is seen in far more precious things, like the kids who remember our name and our group, and look for certain individuals to come back last year, maybe it was one who gave the best piggyback ride, or gave the best little Play-Doh kitty, but they're starting to remember us. The Wings as Eagles staff know they can rely on us, not always so much for our physical abilities or our architectural skills, but that we're spiritually sound and that they trust us with the good spiritual work that they are doing. The adults of the reservation have started to come to share with us their sacred stories, to just show up because they want someone to listen and know this is good. And this is just part of the growth. The growth that happens in each of the travelers, the youth, the parents, is another place where great cultivation takes place. Of course, there's work to be done right here in our own community, but sometimes it is necessary to go away. And Jesus did it, right? To get a bit disoriented within ourselves in order to receive new eyes and to encounter our heart in a new way. It's the amazing blessing that often comes when a vacation turns into a pilgrimage. Each traveler can tell you about the way this trip layers on the challenges and the blessings simultaneously work inside yourself, alongside your family, surrounded by the rich shepherd travelers, and among people of different culture and lifestyle. It's hard, confusing, exhausting, fulfilling, meaningful, and joyful work. Kind of like gardening. We're just a piece of the ministry that is being accomplished at Pine Ridge, and there's so much more to do. Our hope today is simply to share with you a bit of the story that we've experienced, to thank you for making this journey possible, and to perhaps fan the flame among us all, to not only serve at Pine Ridge, but to serve our neighbors in need, wherever we encounter them. So we apply our,